They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be touching the culture, hit you with them cat ultra. I knew you was a vulture. Holy Ghost, get the usher. No, no, no. Remember, you should jump at the top. I was young and song in the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush up for nothing? Why the rush up for nothing? Why the rush? Modern day execution, think I know the solution. Maybe that's what I do. Just put it in the music, just put it in the music. Someone put me out cause I'm on fire. I can't give it about what they say.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We begin this challenge in the first quarter with over 3 minutes remaining. We're all tied on the scoreboard at 7 apiece. You've got the ball on your opponent's 25-yard line as we get set here on first down. Offense readies for a first down and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 yards on that play. First down.
He does this and he does that.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
56 to mine. 56. It's just me and you. Kill. 36. Kill. Let's go.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Juwan Smoot with a tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Ingram. He won't go down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Hello, and welcome to this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
This challenge begins in the second quarter with less than 4 minutes on the clock. We're all tied up at 14. You have possession on your own 45-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught at the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mark Ingram, 55 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And it's 3rd down.
Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick.
You're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a 4.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 13-yard touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh. Davis from the top row. I like it. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So a big play there, not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, touchdown. Tim Patrick, 73 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping.
The second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. No problem there on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10. at their own 27-yard line.
So now here come the Dolphins. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And 12 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick steps away to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
Taken down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Michael Vick. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Vick. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. Vick operating on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
2nd and inches at the 19-yard.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
16.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Vick finding Knox there, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
To Dawson.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, San Francisco.
Here's Vick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Vick to the air again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The quick slant caught. And Boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a Miami Dolphins.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to get...
He's going to go, Albert Wilson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
That's good.
It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Well, this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets to him again.
Fitzpatrick.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. He's got it.
As players get into the later stages of their career, oftentimes it's an injury that leads to retirement.
After an injury like that, it takes some time to regain the strength to push the ball down the field.
All right, man, eyes up, eyes up. Take a look at what we got here. This play is all about timing. You guys mess up.
Pressure is on. This one is for the gold.
All right, man, bring it in tight, bring it in tight. Let me tell you something. That was the best practice of the season. Not a single mental mistake. That's the type of practice...
With a playoff game in just a few days, everyone was waiting to find out if I'd be returning this week or if I'd hold off and hope for a win so I could possibly return in a later round. It was without a doubt one of the toughest decisions in my career. With a playoff game in just a few days, everyone was waiting to find out if I'd be returning this week or if I'd hold off and hope for a win so I could possibly return in a later round. It was without a doubt one of the toughest decisions in my career. I had no idea how the team would react on or off the field to my return. But deep down, I knew it was what I needed to do. Returning from an injury like this wasn't going to be easy, but I wanted to be aggressive and attack our opponent just like I attacked my rehab on the way back from this injury.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Now this will make it into the end zone. Evades the tackler and now some space. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. And you talk about coming out and making a statement. Not only do you return the thing to the house, you go for two and get it.
And how about how the rules have changed starting with the 2015 season where you could go for two from the 2-yard line instead of kicking it from the 15? We thought that would promote more aggressiveness. We saw it right there.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Michelle, his first carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sony Michelle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball.
And right away, he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
This is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Flushed out right. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And now off to the races down the right side. 72 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Michelle. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd
down to the gun. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line.
Up now to 22 points.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Now this one complete on the slant route.
Goss.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and
from the gun, they run with Michelle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Tackle made right at midfield. A pickup of 2 yards.
On the ground, Michelle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 45-yard line.
From the gun, here's Gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That's really good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
20 yards.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now he'll let it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Joe Mixon, 85 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Brandon McManus lining up for
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Now a first down throw. Gone. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that'll bring up second down.
He's covered by Antoine Winfield.
Goff now to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
29. Rams, nothing.
Let's go, defense. Outside.
Goff on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Rams, nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Michel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Michel on the carry.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And it's
Gone.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, first and goal. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Rams take over first and 10. At their own.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well. Not getting the ball to the right places, not doing things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you. So your quarterback has to lead you, and the best way he can do it is to play well.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game, and you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown...
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was brought down by Carlton Davis. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Goff.
38.
The man is Higbee, the tight end.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Man, why are we doing this?
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
They give it off here to the tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Bucs' 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 12. Goff, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. It was a
touchdown, Tampa Bay! Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And this offense is running away with this one.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. It hasn't been his day. It hasn't been their day to this point, but some kudos to this crowd. This is not an easy environment to play in.
And they have to be really excited because they feel like they're having an impact on the game. Visiting quarterback not playing very well, their team not doing well, they're helping their home team out. Now, if you're that quarterback, though, you've got to find a way to hurt that crowd. And the only way to do that, make good plays and try and calm them down.
I'm sure he's thinking it starts right here on this drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And some room to maneuver. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At their own offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down?
This challenge was initiated by the...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Chris Godwin, as the first half is winding down. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow.
The Bucs will set up for the 2.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this carries into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 20. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now gone. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And there he goes again. And it's a Buccaneers touchdown.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say when put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coach, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. But this one, he really had some guts.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Bradley Pinion.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back. To those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 2nd and 7, Goff throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Incomplete. It's third down. And gone. Yards to go.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes left side. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's into the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. Joe Mixon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
For Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And it's Michel once again. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
You know, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Michel. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 2nd down at 4. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down. And, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Out comes this field general once more, leading his arm.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And out across midfield down to the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Down at the 31.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, Mixon. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Buccaneers.
You got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Defense wins championship. He's checking. Crash.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Taken down and
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. 3rd down here.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And
back to throw. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And
well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver. That time. And it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. Fumble on the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
Fumbled on the play. Recovered by
the Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say thanks for watching and so long. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
After the game, I was even more sore than I expected I would be. I suppose that should have been a sign that the news I'd be getting from Coach wasn't great. The news was devastating, especially since I'd already worked so hard to come back from this injury once. But because I had to come back once, I knew that with a cautious approach, I could come back again.